y'all what's what's going on, man. It's a Trill Pill. It's the number one mental health show in these YouTube streets, man. And nobody doing it like me. They wish they could. They ain't got no sauce. You know what I'm saying? Now, today I decided to dig a little deeper, right? And Mylessa Ford is one of my favorite video vixens from the early era with video vixens were video vixens. You know what I'm saying? And seeing she had a a few interviews, you know what I'm saying, but and she's very intelligent. Of course, as you can see, she's very beautiful. Anybody know Mylessa Ford? I know I had a big ass poster of Mylessa Ford. I mean, a huge poster. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a colossal poster. You know what I'm saying? Of Mylessa Ford. So she was most definitely one of my favorite vixens, and over this time, she's becoming one of my favorite people because her descriptive comprehension. Um, she's she's very intelligent, and she's you know what she can talk and drive points home. You know what I'm saying? Like she really has a knack for like how like some people just be talking. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Talking in circles. You know what I'm saying? But when you hear her talk, when you hear her tell her story about her healing, and we'll get into that in a little bit. It's it's inspiring. You know what I'm saying? It's very inspiring. You know what I'm saying? She's also inspired me, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of other people. Just because how much of a warrior she is for mental health and things of that nature. Well, we're going to go back and kind of go into the origin of how she got there, right? So, for some of you who don't know, all right, June 28th, 2018, she was buzzing. You know what I'm saying? So far, she was well in her career as a model. She was on TV, radio, loyal fan base, positive outlook on life. But on June 28th, she got into a car wreck. Her SUV was clipped by an 18-wheeler, and her car went flipping and flopping down the fucking highway in California. Now, she doesn't remember much about the incident, and the physical effects and the emotional trauma of the crash are still with her today. And she said that it comes back in dreams, sounds of metal scraping on the pavement, which is one of the most horrible sounds in the world. She fractured her skull, suffering a massive concussion, bleeding on her brain, and a traumatic brain injury. I had to walk with a walker for about a month, she recalls, and I just could not get myself or stand on my own. Lying down felt like I was being submerged into water. It was a weird sensation of almost dry drowning, which is an awful feeling. Now, she's lucky to be alive. Her recovery has been difficult, and has came with debilitating new challenge, severe depression. All right. So she also said that it was one of the most frightening experiences that she's ever had in her entire life because she really couldn't see tomorrow. And she actively thought about suicide. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read one of her posts on Instagram. She said that she's battling depression, crushing malignant depression. It was always there. It just been made a little worse because of the head trauma from the crash. There are days where simple tasks take the effort of 40 men. Mornings where I'm unhappy to wake and see the sun because it's another day spent listlessly looking for a solid meaning in life. The guilt I feel at having survived and not feeling constant gratitude is a heavy weight to bear. I'm trying to jump back into my life, but it feels like there are two me's, before and after the crash. And I barely know who before me is anymore. Trying to seek help feels like drowning in a strong current with the lifeline, swinging right above your head. I say this, I say all this to say, shake in with your strongest friend, because no one ever else does. Now, with the aid of a physical therapist, a psychologist, and one of them good friends like Claudia Jordan, she started an online fundraiser to help cover Ford's massive medical bills. And she was able to piece her life back together, getting back into the gym, developing her overall strength, improving her flexibility. Um, and she had to do some cognitive therapy and memory exercises because her memory nowadays is just terrible because of the brain injury. So many people are suffering in silence, and I choose to do so for so long. Now, to try to be more open. All right, so there's a picture of her in the hospital while she was recovering. And this, I'm gonna go ahead and read this too. As a Scorpio, we think about life and death a lot. Being the sign of death and rebirth, we contemplate our mortality frequently, which is why I think we also seem to constantly search for a deeper perspective in the hopes of transforming to reach our higher selves. Having an experience that brought me as close to death as I ever been, I spent the months in recovery thinking a lot about the way I want to live the rest of my life, God spared, and what I have to offer. Having been given this chance by our Creator to discover a greater purpose, but it's also made me think about the outpouring of love I felt in the last few months, not just from friends and family, but from the ways that total strangers have supported me in the messages left in emails, DMs, and comments, sharing their own painful stories as a way to create a sense of solidarity with me. Man, I don't know what else to say other than my birthday wish is your peace, your happiness, the safety, health, and abundance. She chose this pics with I don't know who this is. I am Elisa Renee, okay, and Roxy. I don't know who Roxy is. Elisa Renee and Roxy. Now, she soon discovered that being so transparent about her vulnerabilities was helping others deal with their own challenges. The outpouring of support from total strangers and Instagram friends and just everybody was amazing. She says, I'm so grateful for it. It made me realize that I needed to be a lot more vocal about what I'm going through because so many people are suffering in silence. As I chose to do so for so long. Now I try to be more open. Turns out that letting people see her fears has become a powerful part of her healing. Now, that's the first part, all right? And then she goes into it a little bit deeper. This article was published, I want to say in 2019, all right? So that's a few years ago, all right? So that's shortly after a year after a crash. Now, I am going to go to another clip of her at the Joe Budden podcast. She explained a part of her healing process. So like I said, we're going to pretty much go through all levels of it as much as I can, as much as I found, because I also want to reintroduce, you guys to different concepts in this realm of mental health that you guys may not know. You know what I'm saying? So after she does that, I'll pull this up real quick, and then we're going to get right to it. All right. Hold on real quick, man.
More reason why your ass need to be here, because if 25 bands for you is something that's crippling, the shit that you're gonna learn here gonna have you 25 bands in your sleep to throw away.
I'll go home and go to Gary V's page.
Get it from over there
for free. Sorry, Tony.
Get it for the low.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Yo, you get what I'm saying though?
No, I totally understand.
That's the same shit.
I think that you gentlemen and lady have done an amazing job of unpacking a plethora of different things today.
Can I play another song?
No.
Fuck.
No.
Come on.
No, we have Chinese food and it's getting cold.
We'll lead.
Thank you.
We'll say goodbye.
You can play our exit song.
It'll be the exit
song. You can turn it down. We'll have to talk over it, but yeah, go ahead.
So I can do it now?
Get the shit off.
Yay.
I figured out I wouldn't do mushrooms with Ish and Mylessa.
Why? What the fuck? I'm on mushrooms right now.
Especially together.
I'm on mushrooms right now. I'm fun as fuck.
No, but you're great. You're great.
Thank you.
I can't believe that you're this social on mushrooms.
We're blown away.
Like usually I want to get up and do some other shit.
Really? What do you want to do on mushrooms?
Whatever.
Be faithful.
Listen, let me tell you something. Okay?
No, I just want to go somewhere else. Like
no.
I want to be able to engage a conversation for about 2 minutes, and then I want to go look at some shit.
I'm working with this group of doctors and
people who are creating this legislative initiative to get the legalization of psychedelics and psilocybins off the Schedule 1 in 2024. It's a ballot initiative.
Wow.
Because that's how passionate I am about microdosing for mental health purposes. Like this,
I agree.
They're available in Oregon.
I'm
right?
with you on that.
Yes, exactly. And so I like, if you look on my Instagram and my TikTok, I frequently talk about it because it's something that
You're
I'm
not
very
in the room with men that have
Use
TikTok.
TikTok.
No, okay, yeah, right. Okay, well, if anybody's ever
saying
saying it, it's because I'm extremely passionate about it. Suffering from like depressive episodes, chronic depressive episodes for a large portion of my life, I really white knuckled it through my pain, and I refuse to take SSRIs like Prozac and Klonopin and Zoloft. I just would not do big pharma. And so when you know who it was? No, let me not put his business out there until he's comfortable saying it himself. But I was really surprised at who suffered from chronic, almost suicidal depression, who advised me to take these to try to help, alleviate my symptoms, and how much it worked. My brain talks. It talks so much to me, and it's so negative that it just quieted the voice down and allowed me to think clearly for once in my fucking life.
I did want to ask you,
yeah,
before we got out of here, not to end on a somber note, but I just meant to ask you,
yeah,
because I appreciate Anthony Bourdain the same way that you do.
Yeah, man. When you guys some time, man, I will drop the link to that episode, man, of Joe Budden podcast with Mylessa Forbrad. You hear her talking about mushrooms and psilocybin and things of that nature for mental health purposes. I'm also going to bring this up real quick, kind of go further into that about microdosing and things of that nature. I also have a few videos about it myself, because this is one of the things that's in the forefront of that's coming up in 2024. You know what I'm saying? As you heard her say. Now, if you don't know what psilocybin is, psilocybin, make sure I'm not on mute real quick. No, I'm good. Everything's all systems go. Put this down real quick. All right. Excuse me. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe button. All right. Please do that for me. All right. Psilocybin microdosing involves repeated self-administration of mushrooms containing psilocybin at doses small enough to not impact regular functioning. Microdose practices are diverse and include combining psilocybin with substances such as lion's mane mushrooms. I ain't about to pronounce that. Call that HE and niacin, vitamin B3. Public uptake of microdosing has outpaced evidence, mandating further prospective research using a naturalistic observational design. We follow psilocybin microdosers and non-microdosing comparators for approximately 30 days and identified a small to medium-sized improvements in mood and mental health that were generally consistent across gender, age, presence of mental health concerns, and as hold on, it might be a typo from them, as improvements in psychomotor performance that were specific to older adults. Supplementary analysis indicated that combining psilocybin with HE and B3 did not impact changes in mood and mental health. However, among older microdosers, combining psilocybin, HE, and B3 was associated with psychomotor improvements relative to psilocybin alone and psilocybin and HE. Our findings on mood and mental health improvements associated with psilocybin microdosing add previous studies of psychedelic microdosing by using the comparator group and by examining the consistency of effects across age, gender, and mental health. Findings regarding to combination of psilocybin. All right. The link to this, because this is actually they got a PDF attached to it, which I read, but for time's sake, I'm gonna go through all that. Pretty sure you want to hear me read all that. You know what I'm saying? But the link to this will also be in the description box. When I drop these videos, I don't really look. I want y'all to watch the videos, of course. I need y'all to run that shit up. I need my watch hours. I'm at 500 and some subscribers, so I need y'all to run that shit up for me, please. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding it down over here for a cool moment, and that's what I need from y'all. I need to get them watch hours. You know what I'm saying? Watch hours and subs. So like, share, subscribe, all that shit. But beyond all that, I also want you guys to scroll down and hit these links and actually read. You know what I'm saying? Actually read, and so you can know what's going on. So when these things come out in the news, or they try, or you know what I'm saying, or they try to do some fuck shit, you'll know what the real is. You know what I'm saying? My job here is to not only provide you with mental health information, and and that's mixed in with our culture. That's, you know what I'm saying, cultural specific. You know what I'm saying? Us specific, because sometimes with mental health, it can be so general. But even for what they call BIPOC, which is Black, Indigenous, and people of color, our needs are more specific. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that a melanated therapist won't understand. You know what I'm saying? Versus one that will. I'm not saying don't go to the other one, you know what I'm saying? But it's certain that they won't really understand, and you'll be able to get to a breakthrough or get to wherever you need to go, you know what I'm saying, with somebody that understands you, because that person's working for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to waste all your money, your time, your insurance, or whatever, however you get it, and you not get the help that you really need. You just getting some general mumbo jumbo bullshit. You want to make sure whenever you go and take care of yourself, you know what I'm saying, mentally, and that's only if you choose therapy and whatnot. Like I said, that there are many options. You know what I'm saying? That's a video I have coming up soon about all the options you have. They got apps. You can pay a subscription price. They actually have, you know what? That's another video. There's a Black mental health app that I'm going to go through with all y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go through it, you know what I'm saying, run it down and put it on, you know what I'm saying, put it on here for us to see, so y'all can know the information, you know what I'm saying, what's going on out here, you know what I'm saying. Like I always say, man, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not any of that shit. I'm just a nigga who I fuck with mental health after I've dealt with certain things in my life, and it put things in perspective for me about how important mental health is. So everything that's, you know what I'm saying, mental health based and things that, intrigue me, I'm going to make sure that I create content out of it, you know what I'm saying, so I can put it out to our people, because we have to know. Because these are not things that they're going to tell us. Like, you have to find certain either content creators or companies like Vice. Vice does very great journalism. They go in places where, the Foxes and NBCs and all the rest of them are scared to go. That's why I watch Vice a lot. I respect Vice for the bravery and the boldness of the journalism and how far they're willing to go to give people the information that would not be on mainstream. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with Vice or other places like that. You know what I'm saying? Or the Trill Pill. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, man, I do my shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I pat myself on the back. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga be doing this shit. But anyway, this right here is basically a scientific report. All right, I'm not gonna go through it. I just read you guys the abstract, you know what I'm saying, thoroughly explaining what microdosing is. Now, they do microdose with other drugs, but I don't recommend it. Like, they microdose with LSD. That's a history of it. Like, there's a long history of it. I don't know. I wouldn't do no LSD, give a damn microdosing or not. That shit ain't player to me. That shit ain't cool. I don't know. To each his own. You know what? These days you gotta be careful what you say. So if you got anybody that watches this, if you're doing that, just be responsible. I'll say that. Dose responsible. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing this shit just because of the mental health, right? So even in the introduction, it's a bunch of numbers and shit in here, you know what I'm saying, I've read before, but fuck it, I'll read the introduction, at least part of it. The use of fungi containing psilocybin to enhance health and well-being has a long history of across diverse cultures. And after centuries of aggressive colonial suppression, most recently manifested in the U.S.-led war on drugs, psilocybin has reemerged outside of its traditional indigenous context as a therapeutic agent to treat mental illness and enhance well-being. Indeed, discussions of medicinal properties of psilocybin mushrooms have proliferated in mainstream North American and European cultures in years. All right. So the interest has focused predominantly on doses sufficient to engender dramatic alterations in consciousness. However, the use of smaller microdoses has become a topic of substantial public and scientific interest. Now, as you heard, Mylessa, she said that she didn't want to take the Zoloft things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went in for therapy, they want to prescribe me all this goddamn medicine, the Zoloft and all that extra shit. And I took it for a little bit, but I didn't feel like myself. It felt weird. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit will eat out your body. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not authentic. All that shit is synthetic. You know what I'm saying? And like she said, I wanted to get away from Big Pharma. Now, with doing that, I had to take a different approach to my mental health, whether it was microdosing or using herbal remedies like St. John's wort and things like that nature. I have a video about that coming up soon too, about different herbs and things that you can use for your mental health, anxieties, different meals and things like that you can have. And you can, you know what I'm saying? It's a plethora of different ways to take care of your mental health without, you know what I'm saying, having to take pills. Now, some people, they need to, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, taking, you know what I'm saying? They ain't taking, probably didn't take medicine, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, there are alternatives to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, like I said, you got to find out what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Them pills wasn't working for me. You know what I'm saying? It had me feeling like I was in my body, but it was weird. That shit had me biting. That shit was weird. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird feeling, and I didn't like it because I remember when my mother, when she had got sick with cancer the first time, and they had her all those pills, all those, you know what I'm saying, oxys and Vicodin, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't, and those didn't take to her body either. So just like she had to, I had to kind of break that, you know what I'm saying, and wean that down because it wasn't healthy for me, you know what I'm saying, and my body, you know what I'm saying, and my functions, you know what I'm saying. I had to function, you know what I'm saying. I had to fucking function, you know what I'm saying. Them pills don't help you function, if you did what I'm saying. And I like to function, you know what I'm saying. So, but after I got out those pills, did all that, I felt better, and I was functioning, you know what I'm saying, at an elite level like I was used to doing. All right, so like I said, man, this is a scientific study. Like I said, man, it's full of information. What the fuck is this shit about? It's full of information, and I wanted to add that along with her story because I remember her talking about it in the Joe Budden podcast, and it sparked something like, damn, I wonder how many people are watching this and actually comprehend and understand what she's saying, because she has a story, she has a testimony, she's very intelligent. Like I said, she has a way, she's very descriptive with her comprehension, you know what I'm saying, to where she can expound on whatever, you know what I'm saying. If you don't understand, she can expound on that and and tell you and guide you to your answer, you know what I'm saying. And like I said, she's part of a lot of initiatives, and I will be doing a lot more content about her with these initiatives, as well as other people in our culture with these initiatives, because that's what's most important with mental health, right? Not only do we need to learn the information, but with our culture, whether you Black, Indigenous, or people, person of color, you know what I'm saying, we all need to take care of our mental health out here. You know what I'm saying? We need to be more aware of what's going on around us and in ways that we can make it better. And there's certain things that we can vote on and certain things that we can do and get this shit straight. All right. You know what I'm saying? Because Big Pharma's full of shit, in my opinion. As you know, and I know, and everybody else know, Big Pharma's full of shit. So before Big Pharma was even around, I always wondered, man, how did people back then deal with anxiety? I'm pretty sure they probably didn't even know they had it, or depression, or things like that, or you know what I'm saying. How do they deal with it? Well, they had natural remedies like St. John's wort and other things like that that helped them a certain way. They certain things that they did, they exercised, you know what I'm saying, just the different mechanisms and remedies that they had before this Big Pharma shit came and knocked this shit down and came and monopolized fucking up people's lives. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, that's really pretty much what I want to show you guys. Big shout out to the beautiful, talented, and most of all, intelligent Mylessa Ford. You know what I'm saying? I am elated that she talks about this and that she's in the forefront of what's going on with this movement, and also her testimony about how she healed in her crash and her way back to where she once was. You know what I'm saying? If you go through something traumatic like a crash or a death in your family or anything like that, there's a process to where you go through, like she said in the article, where you have to kind of juggle. Damn, it's two me's now. You know what I'm saying? The before me and the after me. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really know who before me is, but the after me has to go and do a lot of fucking things. Has to go soul searching again, do all this shit, to really find out who the before me was and combine those me's, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So and it also heightens your level of comprehension and empathy for people who go through the same thing that you went through. And that's why it's more important. It's very important. It is imperative that we all speak out about mental health and our, things, the things that hurt us. You know what I'm saying? We got to find creative ways to convey how we felt, how we healed, and how we deal with everything. You know what I'm saying? Because it's important to us, and then because once we know, like, everything that I know about mental health, I'm teaching to my children. My oldest is 12, and I got one in the middle that's 8, and I got one younger than that that's 5. You know what I'm saying? So I'm teaching them everything that I know about mental health. You know what I'm saying? As far as the guidelines, remedies, the you know what I'm saying, just as far as the tendencies and how to recognize what you're going through, and not only recognize it, but to understand it and overstand it and be able to speak out about it. You know what I'm saying? And understand, say, man, I know I'm not feeling good. Let me go do something that makes me happy. All right. I'm going to be doing some content on art therapy. That's something that I chose. I've been painting since I was 8, 9 years old. It's a family thing. So I started back doing that and created a business, revamped up the business that my mother and my father and my family had. You know, so like it used to be me, my brother, and my parents, painting and doing things like that, and just the art. And it for me personally, it's freeing, and things of that nature. But I get to that in later episodes. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be able to transmute your energy into something more positive. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is all about. You know what I'm saying? That's what mental health. Not only are you supposed to heal, but you have to find ways to continue to heal, because it's not like you just, I just feel good. I'm good forever. No, it's a continuous battle every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Every fucking day it's a fucking battle. So I treat this shit like the same way I would when I was playing ball. You know what I'm saying? The same way I did when I was playing sports. You know, so you got to put your cleats on. You got to put your, you know what I'm saying? You got to put make sure your pads is tight. You got to lace up for this shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to lace up for this shit. You got to strap up. You got to buckle your chin strap, because you have to go head up with the fucking bull every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Every fucking day. And you may not win all the time, but you got to make sure that your wins outweigh your losses. And when you do win, make sure you celebrate those wins a little bit. Make yourself feel happy because you made it to whatever you've been through. It's a reason why you're still here and why you still are able to not only do what you do, go about it, everything how you go about it, but also throw the rope back and pull somebody else up. Because that's what it's about also. We got this thing real back in our culture where somebody will make it and you just go all off that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Once you learn something, throw the fucking rope back and help your people and pull everybody up. You know what I'm saying? Because we all go further if we go together. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go fast, you go alone. Some gonna make it, Majority won't. But if you really about your people, you go together. You know what I'm saying? If somebody step up, throw that rope back, pull that person up. That person may know something that you don't know. That person may get a little bit further than you, and then they'll return the favor. They'll throw that rope back and pull you up. And before you know it, both of you motherfuckers, everybody else on the squad is at the top. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can be at the top. You know what I'm saying? Because not only are y'all not facilitating no hateful shit, no bullshit, everybody help everybody, because we all know if we're going to be a team, you know what I'm saying, especially as a people, we need the people who are going to be in the front lines. Then you need people who are going to be in the back line. Then you need the guy over here who know how to do this. Then you need Buddy over here because he know how to do that. Then you need this sister over here because she know how to do this. Now, this sister over here, she done learn how to finesse this shit, flip that shit. Now she gonna teach 1,000 other little sisters how to get this money, how to take care of themselves, they self-care. You know what I'm saying? This brother over here done been through a lot of shit, ups and downs, whatever. He's still here. He battle tested. That brother's gonna go back and throw that rope back and tell a bunch of young other brothers, hey man, I've been through this, and this shit. I've dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga like me at the Trill Pill, I'm gonna show you my battle wounds. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot to me when you see me. My presence is impeccable. You feel what I'm saying? Just my aura is because I'm battle tested. I done been through a lot. I done seen a lot. I don't talk about it a lot unless it's something like this, because this is what I really care about. You know what I'm saying? This is something I put effort in, money in, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I really want people to know that you ain't the only one, and it's okay to not be okay. Everybody dealing with shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a black man to talk about shit like this. You know, we got so many stigmas and all type of shit like that, but shit, as a black man, I ain't afraid to say shit. I hurt too. Shit, it be some days I don't fucking feel like doing shit. It be some days where I stay in my house, won't go nowhere. It be some days I want to go outside. You know what I'm saying? Ride around, go do shit. I'm in and out, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but nonetheless, I'm not going to keep holding this information in or keep holding what I find in. I can't do it. I couldn't live with myself if I did. That's why the Trill Pill was birthed. Like I always say, I got 3 children. The Trill Pill is my 4th child. And that's how I treat it. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is there's a lot of other men like me that are talking about mental health and things of that nature. You hear it in our music. We've always heard it in our music. It's always been around us, but nobody ever really talked about it on the mainstream. That's what people like me are for, because I'm going to put all that shit that we forgot, that we talked about how we felt, how we dealt with this shit, how we dealt with that shit. I'm gonna pull that shit back up and make that shit relevant, make it back relevant. Because it never lost its relevance in the first place. If you're a human, you have emotions. If you have a fucking brain, you have mental health. Simple as that. The same way you would go to the goddamn clinic if old girl burnt you. It's the same way you got to go to the goddamn doctor when your mama died, your daddy died, your partner died. You been in a car wreck, you did this shit. You've been heavy in the streets. You done been in battle. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is traumatic to you, and you know, damn, I need some help. And when you choose to go get that help, the same way you have to go and treat that the same fucking way, the same way you would. That's part of our problem as a people, is we're scared to admit that we're hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because we've gotten so used to the struggle and making it out the struggle. Even when we made it out the struggle, we don't realize it because we're not used to living. And that's what this shit is about. We've done enough struggling. Now let's do some living. It's a big difference in that. And with that being said, y'all know my slogans. Stay trill and heal. Mind your mental to be monumental. And most of all, stay mentally trill. With Trill Pill, make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe button. Let's run this shit up. I'm already at 500. I need to get to 1,000. Need these watch hours. Y'all running this shit up for me, man. If y'all really fuck with me like that. If you want to donate to this podcast or just show to this content, Cash App is TRILLPILLX. TRILLPILLX. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, y'all be careful out there. God bless. And most of all, stay mentally trill. Much love, man. I'm out this bitch.
Yo, what's up? This coach today, not rapper. Let me say this. Whatever you're going through in life, right now, this moment, if you can hear my voice, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. God allowed you to get up today, to be able to hear my voice, to be able to comment. Don't take that for a grain of salt. Real shit. Have a good day.